Arizona students, good morning. Welcome to HYFN TV, your home for news, sports, entertainment, and information. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Diego. Let's get the show started, y'all.
Today we are going to continue our coverage on Russia and Ukraine, and some may feel a sigh of relief today as Russia has indicated it is willing or will be going to be removing some of their troops as they complete their military exercises. The fear of an invasion has been made clear on the U.S.'s part, with President Biden stating that an invasion is imminent and urging its citizens to return home. However, in Russia, it is though war is not even an option. Christopher Miller tweeted a statement from Russian FM Spox, which stated, February 15, 2022 will go down into history as the day Western war propaganda failed. They have been disgraced and destroyed without a single shot being fired. This comes as Russia contends the U.S. was instigating propaganda to entice a war, but with the mobilization of troops and heavy machinery, it seemed apparent Russia was beginning to prepare for an invasion. Ukraine Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba has stated Russia constantly makes various statements, and that's why we have the rule, we won't believe when we hear, we'll believe when we see. When we see troops pulling out, we will believe in de-escalation. Also, the specifics of where the troops were going to be removed or pulled back from is still unclear, leaving many unsure about the importance of these actions. Other diplomats and government officials, figures of other countries, are also meeting with Ukraine and Russia to try to conserve diplomacy. Norway and Britain have issued warnings, and German Chancellor Olaf Scholz is meeting with President Putin and a day after meeting with Ukraine's leader, President Zelensky. The Minister of Poland was also in Moscow to meet with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, and Lavrov met with Putin in a setting which was broadcasted on television in order to reiterate to the world about the Russian leader's position, and has also reportedly advised Putin to continue the talks with the West, noting he would not allow the U.S. or its allies to stonewall Russia's main request. One of the biggest is that it does not want Ukraine to be allowed to join NATO. This week, Ukraine's ambassador to the UK, Vadim Prystaiko, brought up the possibility of Ukraine removing their bid for a chance with NATO, however, later backed away from those statements. So we will all keep watching as everything unfolds, and as of this point, it seems as though everyone is still unsure as what is going to happen. So stick with us here at HYFN TV as we bring you the current world news to you.
With a ton of new movies just coming out, let's see if any of them has what it takes to take the number one spot in our box office update. Starting off with the number one spot, we have Death of the Nile. Mystery and a star-studded cast. What more can you ask? It's grossing $12.8 million right now. At number 2, we have Jackass Forever with $8 million, one of my favorite all-time franchise. At number 3, we have Marry Me with $7.9 million, starring J-Lo and Owen Wilson. At number 4, being number 1 for what it seems like for 20 years, we have Spider-Man No Way Home, grossing with $7.5 million. At number 5, we have Blacklight with $3.5 million, starring Liam Neeson, and it's an action movie. Who doesn't love action? And Liam Neeson. Next up, at number 6, moving down a spot from last week from number 5, we have Sing 2 with $3 million. At number 7, moving down 3 spots from number 4, we have Scream with $2.9 million. At number 8, new to the list, we have Moonfall, also with $2.9 million. At number 9, moving up for 1 spot, we have Licorice Pizza with $959,788. Next up, we have the Beatles, Get Back the Rooftop Concert. with 488,549. Make sure to tune in weekly for our weekly box office updates.
Thanks for those updates, Diego. I actually was at the movies and saw Marry Me this past weekend. It's a really cute movie. We are going to start bringing you information on additional offices candidates are running for come this August 2nd when the general election occurs. The office we are going to focus on today is the Secretary of State. And what exactly does the Secretary of State do? Well, technically, they are the chief filing officer for Arizona. And where most states have a lieutenant governor, Arizona does not, which means should anything happen to the governor and they need to leave office, the Secretary of State is the next person in line in order of succession. Other tasks include documenting business partnerships in Arizona, certifying voting devices, election results, and ballot measures, and also has the authority to commission notaries and certified notarized documents. So who are the candidates running? For the Democratic Party, we have Reginald Holding, who is currently serving in the House of Representatives for Arizona, and Adrian Fontes, who once held an office with Maricopa County Recorder. For the Republican Party, we have Shauna Bullock, who is currently in the Arizona House of Representatives, Mark Fincham, who is also in the Arizona House of Representatives, Bo Lane, and finally, last but not least, we have Michelle Ugente-Rita, who is currently on the Arizona State Senate. Candidates are all required to submit all paperwork by April 4th, 2022 by 5 p.m. in order to qualify for the ballot. Stick with us here at HYFN TV as we follow this important election and we continue to bring you information on the candidates running for office, as it is our job to keep you up to date, so that way you can pick the candidate who aligns best with your political views and your ethics.
In today's Youth Sports Report, Strong Youth Fitness is holding a free class to get kids active in sports and just in life in general. I mean, it's always good for kids to get 60 minutes a day or on TV. Try them out from Monday through Friday, starting today, February 16th, all the way to March 31st in Chandler, Arizona. Hyfntv Fitness is also having a free class Hyfntv Fitness is also having a free class trial for several training options for young athletes and in general fitness preparation for kids ages 7 to 12. Youth sports training over in Northern Phoenix hosted by Never Settle Athletics. They specialize in all sports training like football, basketball, soccer, baseball, volleyball, hockey, tennis, and track, my favorite. So book your training soon.
As we continue to cover information in our Constitutional Minute segment, we are going to start to dive into the amendments of the Constitution, and there are 27 of them. And each segment we are going to highlight one and explain a little bit about what it's about. To start off with, the first 10 amendments are known as the Bill of Rights. So let's begin with the First Amendment. The First Amendment, one of the most popular, contains the freedom of speech, religion, and press, and also gives Americans the right to peacefully protest and petition the government. What does the amendment actually say? It states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people to peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So what does that mean? Well, for freedom of religion, it guarantees us the freedom to practice whatever religion one chooses without interference from the government. For freedom of speech, it protects citizens' rights to say how they feel regarding the government without fear of retaliation. Over the years, the Supreme Court has had to balance the interest of the government with society's interests regarding free and open discussion on important issues. For freedom of the press, it allows the free media to be unobstructed by the government. As for the freedom of assembly and petition, it allows us citizens to demonstrate what we protest without government involvement. Basically, the First Amendment gives us the rights which cannot be interfered with by our government. And that's definitely one of the reasons the United States of America is so great.
For today's high school report, it's all about the high school basketball playoffs. And with boys 4A and girls 5A all played yesterday, we're here to talk about the rest of the teams playing this week. On the last show, we highlighted the number 1 seed versus the number 16 seed, and the number 2 seed versus the number 15 seed in each conference. And today, we highlight the number 3 and 4 games. First up, for the 6A girls, we have number 3 Westwood versus number 14 Cesar Chavez at 6 p.m. today. Next up, we have the number 4 Hamilton High School versus number 13 Tucson at 7 p.m. Now for the boys in the 6A, playing on Thursday night, we have number 3 Perry High School versus number 14 Green Creek. Next up, we have number 4 Mountain Point versus number 13 Corona del Sol, all playing at 7 p.m. Thursday. On to 5A boys, playing today, all at 7 p.m. We have number 3 McClintock High School versus number 14 Arcadia, and number 4 Sunrise Mountain versus number 13 Campo Verde. Finally, the girls 4A. Number 3 Seton Catholic is facing off against number 14 Bradshaw Mountain, and number 4 Mystique versus number 13 Greenway High School. The girls 6A and 4A will all be played today, and to check out more of the tip-off times for other games, make sure you check out azpreps365.com.
Today in technology, we are going to continue talking about Elon Musk. Now, this man is a mega entrepreneur and definitely gives back. In case in point, Musk just donated about 5 million shares of company stock worth roughly $5.7 billion. And who's the lucky charity? Well, they have not been identified according to the regulatory filing, but in late October, Musk tweeted that he would in fact sell $6 billion in Tesla stock and then give that money to the United Nations World Food Program if the organization was able to describe how the money will solve world hunger. I mean, seriously, that's an amazing opportunity. Well, the shares have been donated or were being donated already from November 19th to November 29th. And as of now, the World Food Program, or commonly more known as the WFP, stated they hadn't received anything just yet from Musk, according to the executive director, David Beasley. But either way, it's a step in the right direction.
Man, that's so awesome by Musk. That man's just, what is he, a trillionaire by now?
Yeah.
7.9 trillionaire, probably. He's so awesome, though. I wish I was him. For the CAA report, we tell you the results of the first round of the playoffs. Division 1 boys, number 5 Thunderbird Adverse Academy beat number 12 A-plus Charter School 60-35 to go on face Wickenburg Christian. Number 6 Skyline Gila River beat number 11 James Madison 74-65. And number 7 Paradise Valley Christian beat number 10 Ajo 49-28 to face number 2 seed Trinity Christian. For the Division 2 games, they will all be played today, but here's a few to name out. Number 6 Bases Peoria versus number 11 Hope, and number 5 Bases Mesa versus number 12 Harvest Prep Academy. Now for Division 3, here are the games for the quarterfinals, which will all be played on Thursday. Number 1 Enterprise versus number 8 Southwest Leadership Academy, and number 4 Heritage Academy versus number 5 Bases Scottsdale. Next is number 3 East Valley Athletics versus number 16 Glenview College Prep. And finally, number 2 Imagine Prep Surprise versus number 7 AZ Compass Prep. For more updates on the playoffs, make sure to check out azcaapreps.com for more information. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Diego.
And I'm Tiffany. Thank you for joining us at HYFN TV to catch up on all of your news, sports, entertainment, and information. See you on Friday.